I think there's still a perception that video games is just wasted time. Like, I think video games, for some people, they see that like, well, how are you enriching yourself by immersing yourself in this activity? Like, where is this going to lead you? I think it's just people not quite understanding the amount of skill and preparation, the amount of focus that goes into be good at a video game. I don't think they'd understand what it means to be part of a culture, to meet other people through a pastime. Gaming has changed my life, and one of the reasons I do what I do is I want to help change the lives of others and bring people together with common interests.
This is the game we play, you know. If you love football, you play this game.
It's not just video games to us, it is competition. We're not just playing for fun, we're playing to compete. If we were out on the street, I don't think people would understand how serious we are about the game. They'd think we'd be a little crazy, yeah. We are Madden, we're a community, and share the same passion, that's Madden.
DreamHack started purely as an event where people brought their computers and played games, but it's more of a festival experience where you come and you play with people and there's stuff to do. We're always experimenting to see which games we'd like to have events at, see which games have an appetite to have people come in and play. Especially for Madden, Dallas seems like a very natural fit in the sense that there's a built-in community here that play Madden, and there's a built-in community for the NFL, and so it's a really perfect environment to say, let's have a tournament. That's sort of what the genesis of it all is.
I've always loved competition. I've played sports my whole life growing up, and I just love the competitive aspect of Madden. You know, you can get on at any time of the day and just play for money, play for fun, play for bragging rights, that kind of thing. Live events are always really unique because people act a lot differently online than they do in person, and there's so many different personalities that you never really know what you're going to get.
Oh, come on! When I play, I'm not going to hold anything back. That's got to be a pick. I'm sorry, that's hard. It doesn't always help me on Madden, I'm not going to lie, when I get that mad, but I'm just now starting to get into it competitively, so I think that's why it's like amped up a little bit more. Come on, bro. Madden's one-on-one. It is my adjustments versus your adjustments. And there's a lot of subtleties in that. The broken tackle, oh, good block. Oh, hold your block, Julio. Hold your block. I might put a guy in a certain assignment. You might send a guy on a certain route. It becomes a guessing game. It becomes anticipation. Oh, fumble! Hey, all right. Let's go.
Your mind is going 1,000 miles per hour. You're trying to make sure you make the right play call, trying to make sure you manage the clock. But then you got all these people watching you, so it makes you question your decisions sometimes, make sure you make the right decision. When you're playing, it's kind of like real life. A first down, you want to shorten your yardage. Second down, you may want to catch them off guard. Third down, it's more real life than people really think. When you come to an event and you see one of these professional competitive players play, you have a lot more respect for the fact that they actually do know football.
One of the best players on the circuit, Joke, doesn't watch football, but he plays Madden. He's one of the best players, one of the best. Not just now, but to ever do it. He's one of the best.
My name's Raidel, Brito, Madden name Joke. I never thought eSports would get this big where people are making millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars playing video games. I can lose every Madden game, but I can still make enough money to where I don't have to work a job because I'm sponsored by eSports. Right now, it's my life. Like, it's what I do for my livelihood. Like, I would say it's everything right now.
More and more people are diving into this esports community. The numbers just continue to grow. The prize money continues to grow. And if the growth that I've seen in the last 4 years while being there is any indicator, in 10 years, it's just going to be a huge, huge thing for all these people coast to coast.
A lot of people want to compete. They want to have an outlet to compete, and not all of us are as gifted on the field or the court as others. But we love sport, and I think Madden is a way to compete in a different way, whether you don't have maybe the physical gifts of the legs and the arms and the 6'5" height, you can still compete around a sport that you love.
I'm Vinnie Valvano. I started playing Madden when I was like 7 years old. Way back then, I'd play with my uncle. Always loved sports. I could never play real sports though because of my condition. I have a rare skin disorder called epidermolysis bullosa. I have hardly any collagen 7 in my skin, which allows the anchoring fibers to make the skin stay on your body. So my skin pretty much with any type of friction just comes off. So I'm very fragile. So sports was never really a real option for me to do. And playing Madden was the closest thing. It gave me the feeling like I was really playing. It gave me a feeling of belonging, something that I could do just as well as everybody else, if not better than some people. I can go and compete with the best players, and I am at a huge disadvantage, but that's what DreamHack and that's what video games has brought to people like me. It's a huge deal. It opens the world up.
There's many people like Vinnie who can't play football for a variety of reasons, and Madden is the way to channel that. So, I mean, that makes me happy. It just warms my heart. That's why I do what I do.
Madden and events like DreamHack are making it possible for me to live my dreams out. And I would have not had any of that if it wasn't for the video game of Madden.
I think a lot of people, when they go to the competition, they come to prove something about themselves. But when they leave with a sense of community. They leave with a sense of camaraderie and friendship, and they bring that back to them, to their homes, and they stay in touch with the people they meet.
I mean, those guys are tight. Those guys are competing with one another. And yeah, they talk trash like almost anybody does in a competitive environment, but as soon as they're done, they're shaking hands, they're hugging, they're supporting one another as they kind of get weeded out and you go to the next round. The guys that lost are supporting the guys in the next round and celebrating the ultimate winner. You could just tell there's a camaraderie there that's built around Madden.
It's a brotherhood for sure. I mean, I talk to my Madden friends more than I talk to my real life friends. I've met people from all different kind of places, all different kind of races.
Meeting someone that you've known for years online, then meeting them for the first time in real life, it definitely is different. It's a little awkward. You don't know whether to call them by their, the alias that they are online. I've been calling my buddy Oreo. His real name's Tyler. I don't call him Tyler even in person. I call him Oreo. I think a lot of people who aren't in esports or in the gaming communities have trouble understanding that. Like, they don't think you can have a genuine friendship with someone if you never met them. I would say it's definitely a more genuine relationship. Having, meeting someone online, not having a clue what they look like, not having, a clue what their background is, but you both know you share the passion for the same thing. You get along with them really well.
I've made some of the best friendships in my life on this, like online, playing Madden, which is kind of hard to believe just because I've spent so much time with other people in real life and bonded over so many different experiences. But even on Madden, I've met some of my best friends that I'll be friends with for the rest of my life, and I'm pretty proud to say that.
When I think back to my childhood, I think of us playing tournaments, friends getting together. All right, we would draw up the bracket, we would seed it, we would make these tournaments. So now, to me, that's kind of the evolution of that into this esports arena. It is people realizing that they want to be a part of a community that plays together, that plays now for a lot of money, that plays for prizes. And I think it's just the natural evolution of we want to be in a community of other players. We want to challenge ourselves and play against other players. People always say, well, don't spend your whole life playing video games because you're lazy, which I get that. But it was such an impactful part of my upbringing, and I know the same for my friends and family as well.
I think that any way that you can become a part of the game is a good thing. And for a lot of younger, I think the younger generation, video games is their entree into it. A great way to follow teams and follow players and stay involved in everything around football. I think that's become a great way to sort of join the two generations of sports fans and make sure there's something for everybody at these games.